Oh, okay, there we go. My computer did a weird thing. Or rather, Steam did a weird thing. Ah. Oh god, what are you doing? Oh, because that happened. That's why. There it is. I will never stop loving this song. Good evening, everybody. Eventually I'm going to stop dancing. Today is not that day. Yes, it is time for some Arcade Spirits! Yay! Which is the game currently on my backlog. One second. Oh right, I forgot. I gotta get my my chat on my phone for this one. Chat on phone, please. There it is. Alright. There's my chat. Alright, so... when we left off last time, we were about to go to an auction, I believe, run by some eccentric fellow named Hamza. We're about to meet him, I believe, so there's Two Flower. Hello and welcome. I just noticed this portrait back here. I wonder who that is. If that was like a Kickstarter backer or like a relative of a Kickstarter backer or something, or just some random portrait that the artist decided to paint. Right. So here we are at this mysterious, creepy mansion out in the middle of nowhere for an arcade cabinet auction or something along those lines. A large group has already gathered in the foyer of the crumbling estate, but one rushes forward to greet us at a blur as the others pay little mind.
Greetings, friends.
Oh my god, I love him already. Any extremely flamboyant dude is almost always going to get my vote immediately.
Hamza welcomes our friends from the Funplex. Welcome, welcome. Gavin, stalwart as ever. Naomi, love what you've done with your hair. Miss Francine, a beauty surpassed only by your wisdom.
He's got charisma out the wazoo. Oh, fresh.
And a new player, it seems. Who might you be?
Moi? Papaya chemist.
I see. Greetings to you and yours. I am known as Hamza, seeker of antiquity, finder of things lost, player of games.
Oh, good. You know who this guy needs to meet? He needs to meet, I have forgotten his name. But the dude from Battle Chef Brigade, who is modeled after Chairman Kaga from Iron Chef, the overseer of the Battle Chef tournament. Those guys need to hang out.
And welcome to, well, not my home, but a place where Hamza shall provide hospitality regardless.
Hooray! Seeker of Antiquity? 1980 bleep is antique? Hey, hello Nevik Link. Yes, oh look, a dev! It you. I was unaware Reagan-era amusement machines were antiques on par with the Turin Shroud. You have fire indeed, but rest assured, many a holy grail may lurk in the arcade below. You may even find your own relic of a holy nature by Eve's End. Alas, I've not a moment to enjoy your fine company, Papaya Chemist. Perhaps later, but for now, it is time. Clapping twice for attention, Hamza rallies the small crowd in the room to begin the proceedings. Friends, companions, long-time allies of the noble art of the arcade, welcome, welcome to Donnawood. Its story begins nearly 30 years ago when legendary pop music Donna Michaels, singer of such hits as Thrilling and Mama Don't Mope, did a stately pleasure dome decree. Ah, so Madonna. That's who that's supposed to be. Gotcha. The game answered my question for me. Here, the reclusive idol crafted a private amusement park, a petting zoo, and an arcade. Maybe Madonna with a little bit of Dolly Parton thrown in. Or like, half and half. Alas, she could only enjoy this paradise for a short 10 years before her tragic death. Needless to say, the estate has fallen on hard times ever since. In this year it shall be torn down to make way for condominiums. But not before we have our say.
Friends, those games that Donna Michaels cherished still lurk one floor below, ready to be rescued from such a terrible fate. It is our moral imperative to do so. I have paid the estate owners a princely sum for the entire lot. Now, Hamza parcels them out to you. By all means, browse the collection. See which pieces sing out to you. On the far table, you shall find refreshments, grapes, sparkling wine, and delicacies from my travels.
Ooh.
Mingle, cavort, and we shall begin the auction in 1 hour's time.
Oh, I'm all about cavorting. Indeed, a lavishly arranged table that probably cost more than any single arcade game to put together is descended upon by the invitees soon after. I feel like I'm attending some ancient Roman celebration of debauchery and gluttony, not an arcade raid, or an arcade auction, or whatever. Donna Michaels! I knew it! I should have recognized Donna when we pulled in, but it was raining too hard. Who? You've never heard of Donna Michaels? She was the hottest musical act of 1980 bleep. Naomi, I was born in 1990 bleep. I'm totally plugging my phone into the van stereo so we can blast Girls Just Want to Play Games all the way home. Ah, and some Cyndi Lauper in there too. So like every 80s female pop star. But first, I'm gonna go check out the cabinets in her arcade. I'm not really into mingling. Later. She dashes off with all speed, heading for the stairs leading below. I suppose I should go network a bit. Hamza's events always draw an interesting crowd of rival arcade owners. Heading for the foodstuffs, Gavin arranges himself a plate so he has an excuse to hang around and eavesdrop on the other collectors. Leaving me to, do stuff? Now I see why Ashley was bored at these events. Gavin schmoozes, Naomi analyzes finds, and Francine's already napping in a chair. I've got nothing to do. Francine is a champion napper. Well, when in doubt, find someone who knows what they're doing and stick to them like glue. Ah, I want to go hang out with Hamza. Let's go browse the games. Yeah. I'm really not interested in the arcade version of Game of Thrones going on up here. Gavin can handle these guys. Luda's drawers, yeah. Oh, if I can, I will. Me, I want to see this legendary arcade Hamza was talking up, so I head downstairs to join Naomi. Whoa. Is this a private collection or a full-fledged arcade? I was expecting a handful of games and a pool table or something, but this is easily 3 times larger than the Funplex itself. Even coated in dust and disrepair, it's awe-inspiring. And it's also hard to find anyone in this maze of tightly packed games. Invitees are browsing the available stock to decide what's worth bidding on, making it crowded as well. But eventually, I locate Naomi practically cuddling a narrow-looking TMNT machine. Oh! Papaya, look! A 2-player variant of TMNT! These were only released in the Oceania region. Such a rare find! Wait, wasn't that game originally 4-player? Why would anyone want a version with only 2 joysticks? Well, because, I mean, it's rare, it's a find. And it's less fun. Not the point. Anyway, it's hard to find one of these, 2-player or 4-player. I'd love to have it for the arcade. I'd love to have that, and this one, and Oh, if only I could take all these home with me. I mean, some have water damage, others luckily have busted CRTs and controls. They all need work, but I recall the game she was working on when I first met her. Extensive repairs needed just to make it playable. So, not only would you have to bid and win the game, but you'd have hours of work and plenty of spare parts to purchase ahead of you? I know! Isn't it great? Okay, is there a nice way to say this? Let's go with the measured option. How many restorations are in your backlog right now? Hey, Naomi, quick question. How many games do we have in storage right now waiting for the same restoration treatment? And how many games on the floor right now need a tune-up? Let's see. I know there's 3 on the floor right now that need reproduction side art decals, and Pac-Man's marquee is a bit dim. Plus there's the 4 or 5 in our rental storage unit I still need to get around to, 2 of which have dead monitors, so can you really take on more projects right now? Putting it in context of all the work that's ahead of her seems to bring her back down a bit. I could make the time. I could get it all done and then some. I'm sure of it. I mean... Naomi sighs, frustration building. Pac-Man! Yes, the Pac-Man.
It's not fair. I know... I mean, I'm not dense. I know there's only so much we can realistically do. So many projects I can actually take on. But I wish I could do more. I wish we could do more. The Funplex has never really been a success. Even before I came on board, it was always struggling to stay afloat. I joined it because so few arcades still have the games I love. But I can't turn our situation around, can I? No matter how hard I try. This was my first job. Part of me is hoping it'll be my last job too. That I can happily spend all my days tinkering with these wonderful games.
I want that for you, Naomi.
Every kid says they want to be a fireman or an astronaut or a robot cop or something, but nobody actually ends up doing that.
Not true. There are firemen and astronauts that exist in the world. I'm not sure about robot cops.
Except me. I wanted to fix up arcade games, and that's what I'm doing. It's all I ever wanted to do. So when I see all these old, broken games, I just want to show them the love I can give. I could be happy working on them for the rest of my life.
Wow, that's dedication. And really? You went straight from school to an arcade job? I mean, I've meandered from job to job, never really sure what I wanted. That's normal, right?
Yeah!
Oh, definitely. I'm the oddball here. It's funny, I followed my heart and found just what I wanted, what I needed. And now, well, now I'm scared someday it'll all come to an end. The Funplex will close.
And if the Funplex goes under, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. All I ever wanted was to work in an arcade. And I'm literally living my dream.
Okay, now I feel bad for bringing down her day. Hey, look, you never know, right? Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll find a game down here that brings in thundering herds of players. Right! It's a slim hope, and we both know it, but Naomi clings to it immediately, eagerly. My low bank balance and grumbling stomach mean I need to cling to that hope as well. I made my choice. Now I need to make that choice work. We just need to find the right game. Something nobody's played in a long time. Something that'll tug at the nostalgia strings. It's difficult finding the right balance, especially in the year 20 bleep bleep. A lot of these games are on life support. Borrowed time. But they can be repaired, right? Well, yeah, for now. But CRTs, the monitors that power these old games, before LCDs and now 3D flats started replacing them, they're in short supply. Nobody makes them anymore. I mean, who buys a tube-based TV anymore? Nobody. It's all high definition, that dumb 3D projection tech which looks awful. Nobody appreciates a good CRT anymore. Aren't high-def displays way cheaper, though? I've seen some old games running them in other arcades. They're wrong, is what they are. These games weren't designed for pixel-perfect flat panels. They're designed for fuzzy tubes. The picture looks weird on LCD. Even 2 weeks in, I'm still fuzzy myself on a lot of this stuff. But I grew up in the internet age. I'm Silicon literate. I got opinions. Well, that's hilarious. I like this option. How about we buy some cheap and common games and then gut them for spare CRTs? So it's a problem of having spare parts on hand long term. Short of building our own factory for cranking out TV tubes, there's a temporary fix. Buy some cheap common games and use them as organ donors.
Ugh.
And ruin a classic? Cheap and common, Naomi. Not some rare find, but one that's still readily available. We can even keep the cabinet itself, so it can be restored later if need be. Point is, mixing and matching the guts will keep more fragile games afloat.
Makes sense.
Well, I mean... Okay, yeah, that does make sense. And I bet I could sell Gavin on that idea, too. We'd need more rental storage, but it'd mean less ordering parts and less downtime. Okay. I'll see if there's anything down here nobody would want and nobody would need.
Thank you.
You know, I'm glad you're with us at the Funplex. Whether you take my side or Gavin's side, it's just nice to have someone who cares about games around. Ashley's fun, but she's way more into cosplay than gaming. But it's kind of odd, you know? What? Feeling like I'm not alone. I know that sounds dramatic, but I'm so used to toiling away in my little workshop with Ashley and Gavin not really caring about the things I love. They're kind enough to me, and friendly. Well, Ashley is. But ever since you showed up, I feel like there's someone with me. It's odd. I'm not complaining, though. I guess it just takes getting used to after years of feeling perfectly content to be alone. Away from strangers, crowds. I mean, it's not really my thing. I don't like to network like Gavin does or socialize like Ashley does. And now I'm making things weird, so I'm gonna stop there. I feel ya, Naomi. Besides, I'm just about done taking inventory down here. How about you and I... Suddenly, shouting and stomping of feet from the floor above. What the... Sounds like there's a fight or something going on up there. I think we better go see what's what. Quickly, we hurry upstairs. What's going on? I heard shouting. Hamza has ejected a representative of the dark carnival known as Deko's Palace from our midst, and not soon enough in Hamza's opinion. Oh, okay. I guess everything's fine then. Excuse me, I'm gonna go get my work apron on since we'll be moving games soon. Naomi, if you don't mind, after you change, we should coordinate our wish list. I want to get that settled before the auction begins. No, don't leave me alone with the Bacchanalian Orgy Master! Oh no, do leave me alone with the Bacchanalian Orgy Master. Excellent. Now, let us resume the social amusements and jocularities. Papaya Chemist, we will speak, yes? Excuse me. Hamza leads me off away from the chattering crowd, presumably not to eat me, or yell at me, or anything like that.
I make it a point to get to know all who attend my gatherings. Clearly, I have been remiss, as I allowed one who works with the hated Deko Nami to enter.
His arm positioning? Oh, like... How so? Like, because it's like in front of his... Like, he's got his hands on his hips, but like, they're kind of more in front of his thighs? Is that what you're talking about?
Hamza would like to know you better, my friend. Not that Hamza assumes you to be a spy, of course. It is simply a matter of what is proper and right.
Yeah, I guess I can see that. I guess, like... Because it looks like... Because he's like putting his arm, his hands, like, so that he can hold back his vest there with his hands. I can see what they're going for, but... Yeah, it is a little weird. I didn't really notice it until you pointed it out, though. I'm just a floor attendant for the Funplex. Not much else to say.
Come now. Surely there's more to you than that. Share with Hamza. Consider me an impartial third party. Surely there are matters that occupy your mind which would be inappropriate to air to your business partners?
And probably even more inappropriate to air to a total stranger. Okay, this guy is clearly on a fishing expedition for dirt. Considering the high court of arcade royalty I'm supping with, maybe it's best not to give him anything. But I also don't want to make relations difficult for the Funplex if this guy is really a leading supplier of cheap arcade games. Let's give as good as we get. If he's gonna paint this extravagant picture, let's go with it. I'm secretly the royal heir of a distant land. Between you and me, I'm the child of a prince, ruler of an ancient and exotic kingdom. I'm in hiding from an international conspiracy of assassins. I was blessed with a birthmark in the shape of Cubert, marking me as the chosen gamer of gamers. A fine attempt! Besides, I'm the true son of royalty around here, of a long-forgotten prince no less. I could believe that. Good. It assists Hamza's mighty reputation when people believe in the image he projects. I admit to obfuscating my origins somewhat, but there are some facts I allow to circulate.
Hamza began as a mere urban explorer and hunter of rare objects for a wealthy buyer in Dubai. You see, many debts pursued me, and in return for assistance in paying them, I stocked the arcade of his dreams. In time, my patron released me entirely from the woes of debt. They were difficult years, productive years to be certain, and throughout them, Hamza learned how to use the mystique of being Hamza to better achieve his goals. Now I stand before you with power, and with hard-earned respect for that power. I leverage it to ensure that those who respect games as I do can enjoy them, even if they lack coin. But yes, I have known hardship. We all have in the course of events. You are not alone in that condition, my friend.
Okay, so how do I get out of that condition? Do I need to indebt myself to a wealthy prince or something too?
No. You will need the will to dream and the will to work. The will to make the trade-offs that will bring you closer to your ambitions.
Francine was mentioning something about that earlier. Wisdom and beauty, that is Francine. I'm trying not to make trade-offs, though. Not to settle. My parents, they gave up on so much just to barely scrape by. Ah, that is the puzzle, is it not? What to trade? Allow me to regale you with a story. Hamza makes a sweeping gesture to the beautiful ruin of the Donnawood mansion and to an oil painting hanging on the wall. There she is. At one time, Donna Michaels was a star on the rise. She had all she could ever desire and indulged in her desires all day long. But so indulgent was she that she failed to maintain the work that brought her there. After her second album didn't beat expectations, she lost interest. For years, she lurked in these walls as a recluse, playing games for hours and hours. Rumor has it that she was found dead within her beloved arcade, hand still wrapped around a glowing joystick. She starved to death, lost in a game. Uh-oh, things are getting spoopy. I'd say that's ridiculous, but I've seen Percy play for hours and hours at a time. And now, her lost and aimless spirit haunts this very place. Adrift as a ghost in the machine. Too spoopy for me, man. Too spoopy indeed. And obviously a grim fairy tale rather than reality. But I feel there is an important truth buried in the myth. I would have loved to hear his actual voice actor say too spoopy. I ask you, was Donna's life spiritually satisfying? She didn't need to make any more albums. She wanted for nothing and had everything. You could even say she died doing what she loved, playing games. Okay, but she still died. No getting around that. Oh my god. That is the cutest ghost! I thought it was just like a face. And then I looked closer and like, yes, that is actually a ghost.
Hamza agrees.
Precisely. So many years thrown away, refusing the world around her in favor of a dream. A dream is a lovely thing, Papaya Chemist, but you must balance a dream in one hand and the world in the other, at all times. Naomi, she clings to her dream. Gavin, he clings to the world. Neither of them are truly happy as a result. And what of you, Papaya Chemist? Do you seek to be truly happy? Well, duh. What else was I going to answer except yes? But Hamza pressed a finger to my lips to silence me. Hold that thought. The auction is about to begin! Hamza claps twice, calling the room to attention.
Greetings, friends.
Friends, let us proceed to the arcade below. We have many games to bid on, all of which must be out the door by morning. As always, I will accept alternate bids, but test not the patience of Hamza if your bid is not a serious offer. The hours grow short. Any titles which find no takers will go to my own collection, but my hope is to find a happy home for every machine, one which will love and respect these games. He motions for me in particular to follow as the group files downstairs. This way, this way! A bunch of folding chairs have been set up in front of a large HD TV. One of Hamza's assistants loads up a photo slideshow of the games on offer as the group settles in. Hey, shouldn't Francine be here for this? It's technically her money. She trusts the two of us to make the right decisions on purchasing games. Plus, I'd hate to interrupt her nap. Or her knitting. Or both. I swear she can knit in her sleep. Ooh, I'm just too nervous. I think I'm gonna go browse the games again, see if there are any I missed. It's so dark down here, I could swear I didn't see them all. And how about you, Papaya? Want to watch the auction with me, or go help Naomi search the arcade? I'm fine either way. Ultimately, you're only here to help us lug our purchases out the door, so do whatever you like. Thanks, I think. Let's hang out with Gavin. We haven't really done that at all. I've been neglecting Gavin. Gavin, I'll help if you let me wave the paddle around. Auctioneering sounds fun. Do I get to wave our bidding paddle around? Hamza's auctions are usually a shout-out-loud affair rather than discreetly signaling, but I admire your enthusiasm. I settle in next to Gavin on one of the rickety old folding chairs. Not quite as posh as the banquet spread above, but hey, it's business time, not indulgence time.
Naomi sent me a list of games she wants me to bid on. We argued it a bit, and I managed to bring her down to 3 must-haves, and the rest would-be-nices. Needless to say, if the would-be-nices start bidding up, I won't be bothered.
Do we have the storage space for the would-be-nices?
Well, technically, yes.
What about the cash?
Like I said, only if they don't get driven through the roof.
Then maybe keep an open mind, right? Don't forget to see the forest for the trees while looking at the bigger picture or something.
Right. As Francine says, I know. But there are certain hard realities in play.
It has begun!
I half expect mid-90s techno to start blasting as the slideshow begins, but nope, just pretty photos of old games. I would love some mid-90s techno.
Behold!
I mean, that's kind of what this is already. Look at these beautiful games. They could be yours, all yours. But before we dive right in, I'd like a moment of recognition for Donna Michaels, whose spirit inhabits these halls. We who are about to rescue her games do so out of respect for her and her passions. May her soul be at peace with her beloved arcade in good hands. I thought he didn't believe in that tall tale. Or is he just being theatrical because that is the way of Hamza? Now then, shall we commence the auction, friends? I settle in and wait for Gavin to take an interest in the games on bid. Our next item up for bid... Oh hey, I recognize this. It's a joust, just like the one I moved out to the floor 2 weeks ago. Gavin frowns at his tablet, confused. Why is this on Naomi's must-have list? We already own one of these. The bidding opens at a pittance, a mere $50. Gavin shakes his head, ready to let this slide by. Let's go with what we were talking to Naomi about earlier, the replacement parts thing. She might want it for replacement parts. That machine breaks down a lot, right? Well, having a spare in storage would mean not needing to buy more parts for it.
Impressive.
Astute, and a good reason to bid on it, I agree. Iris, give me a quick price check on the sum of all key components in a joust machine. As you wish, Mr. Cooper. Ooh, that's Gavin's Iris. Look at her! Wait, you have an Iris too?
I suppose.
I can't say I like it, but yes, a premium Iris account. You have the free version, correct? I doubt it will be capable of a complex query such as this. Done. Individual components compounded together compile to $400. Gavin gets to his feet. $300, please.
Such fire!
Oh, at last Gavin Cooper shows his fire. Will anyone step? $1,000 to complete my Midway collection. Well, crap.
Hamza must consider this.
A curious leap. Gavin, tell me, why do you seek this game? Naomi's pride and joy is a fully restored joust, but it breaks down frequently. I want to keep her dream alive by getting her an organ donor. Oh, you have put Hamza in a strange position, you have. Between a collector craving her holy grail and a young girl's dreams.
Sold!
What? Hamza must bow to physical forces that keep his fantasies afloat. Sold for $1,000. Seems once he hears a bit he likes, it's all over. No going once, going twice. However, as Hamza is not without a heart, I have a mostly working copy of that game in my personal stocks that I've been meaning to restore. Gavin Cooper, I grant it to you for free. Free?
Such is the iron will of Hamza.
This is the will of Hamza. Question it not. The collector sits, grumbling.
Thank you.
Hamza, you are most kind. I am most capricious, but thank you for the praise all the same. Onward! Our next item for auction is this rather unique piece. And egads, is that one ugly football game. It looks like the side art stickers weren't even put on straight. The white paint is totally uneven, the marquee's been broken, the monitor has a big ol' as-is note. The joysticks are 4 different clashing colors, and... do I hear $50? $40? Wait. I nudge Gavin, whispering. Put a bid on it.
Pardon?
Why? It's positively grotesque. I recognize the shape of the joystick colors. That's not really a football game, it's a TMNT. Naomi told me earlier that we need one of those. I thought they only had the crappy 2-player one, but that's definitely a TMNT at heart. That's a cheaply done conversion. No doubt some fool thought he'd get more profits off a sports game and lazily chopped it up. It'd need restoration work, granted, but... Slowly he stands up.
I suppose.
I suppose I'd be willing to take it for $40. Maybe we can salvage the monitor. Good, good. All games deserve a home, even the ugly ducklings. Are there any other bids? No? Not a one? Very well.
Sold!
Sold to Gavin Cooper of the Funplex. Thank you. After Gavin sits down, I could swear I spotted Hamza wink at me. Does he know we just conned him? And is he okay with that?
Impressive.
You know, Papaya, you're more knowledgeable about old arcade games than I thought you'd be. Well, my parents took me to arcades all the time back when I was a kid. I had a few favorites, like TMNT, Q*bert, and those were good times. Better times.
Very well.
Well, I suppose you can relive those good times a little once Naomi restores that game. During your breaks and after work, please. Yes, sir. I realize my demeanor is one of seriousness, but it's not like I'm anti-fun. I enjoy a pinball game or two, for that matter. I thought that was more for the challenge, though. Order to chaos, developing mastery over the game, and so on. Which is fun for me. Fun is a highly variable concept from person to person. Important idea right there. Excuse me. Sorry. Scoot around in my chair. For example, undoubtedly, Naomi is going to have considerable fun restoring that TMNT back to its former glory, precisely because it is so mutilated. The Funplex provides fun in any form the visitor requires. That's my endgame, the goal I reach for. The tricky part I've found is balancing conflicting fun, ensuring as many dreams are realized as possible despite reality being rather harsh about it all. We'll need to watch our budget today if we're going to optimize that fun. Do you understand? I guess being optimal is fun for you. I suppose it is, at that.
Revel in the splendor.
Next, a rare find indeed. What would surely be the jewel of any collector's treasure trove, provided there are discerning collectors who appreciate such splendors. And the next game is a black and white driving game from 1970 bleep. I give you Death Race. Inspired by the movie of the same name and decorated with skulls, it sparked controversy nationwide.
Seriously?
That relic is seriously on Naomi's must-haves list? Absolutely not. Not only is it an ancient artifact of a bygone age, I'd rather not have angry parents mad that little Timmy ran people over in a video game. They're gremlins, not humans. Very, very blurry little white blobs of gremlins. Doesn't matter. It won't earn, and earning is critical for a small arcade such as ours. Yeah, let's do that. It's a part of history, and important to Naomi. Yeah, choices. Okay, so it wouldn't earn, but it's a legendary game, Gavin. Its importance in the lore of arcades is undeniable. More importantly, Naomi wants this game. You told me your dream is to support the dreams of others. Considering we got a Joust for free and got a TMNT for pennies on the dollar, I think we can afford to make her dream come true. You're right.
I hadn't intended.
I've been letting so many of her wishes slip by during this auction. Perhaps this is the ideal time to make it up to her and obtain a unique treasure. Hamza, the Funplex bids $250. Gadzooks! A find like that can't go for a paltry $250! I bid $300! $400. Consarn it, $500!
Such fire!
5, we have 5. Do we have any numbers above that? 6. 6 of one, half a dozen of another. Tarnation! No one willing to match? I wasn't sure what accent to give that guy at the beginning. And then I realized, wait, it's supposed to be all southerny, cowboy-y.
Sold!
It seems you have won yourself a piece of arcade history, Gavin Cooper. Sold! Satisfied, Gavin sits back down and offers me a curt nod of thanks. And that's everything on her list. Well, the must-haves and a few of the would-be-nices. Now to sit and wait while Hamza grinds his way through the rest of the stock. We can't start moving games out until the auction's complete. Naomi's not replying to texts. Can you go find her? I'm sure she's around here somewhere. Let her know what we bought. Sure thing. Leaving the excitable auction master and his compatriots behind, I started wandering through the maze-like arcade of Donna Wood's private collection. Naomi? Naomi, where the heck are you? Dark and quiet back here. Where could Naomi be? It's not like it's an infinite plane of games. There's only so many places she could hide. And as I walk by a game, the screen lights up. I freeze in my tracks as my hand accidentally brushes past the glowing joystick. It seems familiar, like something from a story I heard once. Hamza. Hamza's tall tale. He said Donna Michael supposedly died while playing one of these games. A game with a glowing joystick. I should walk away. I should go. I have official Funplex duties. I've been very good about not gaming when I should be working. But someone's already inserted a quarter. The game is ready to play. One game couldn't hurt, right? Just one game. I want to play the game. Play the game. My hands wrap around the stick as my eyes drink in the colored lights swirling on the screen. Play the game. Play the game. Play the game forever. Whoa. Polybius, copyright 1980 Blex Cinesolution. Game start! On the save. This isn't real. It can't be real. I'm in there. That's me. I love that scary face. Ah! It's just a game. Just a game I have to play forever. None of this is real. Level 1, the Harpy. Round start. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. There you are. I've been worried sick. What are you doing? out here touching strange joysticks, meeting strange people, getting into trouble. You need to stay safe, Papaya. Trust me. Believe in me. I can help you find your dreams. All you have to do is everything I tell you to do. You depend on me. You need me. And you'll always depend on me. Always need me. I'll see to it by making sure I control everything in your life for your own good. Harper used Overprotected. It's super effective. That hurt. It really hurt. I'll hide the truth from you. I'll keep you away from every chance you have to better yourself. I won't let you leave me. You'll always need me. It's not real. It's not real. Harper used Yandere. It's super terrifying. Ow! Juniper, stop it, please. You agreed I was right to hide that job opportunity at my office from you. I was right. Everything is fine. You'll never doubt me again, right? And if you do, I'll beat you until you understand. The game. I have to win the game. I get this feeling that if I don't win, I'll never get out of here. Something's wrong. I know Juniper's not a control freak. This isn't like her. Current health, 100%. Action. Summon a cleric. Refuse to believe. Attack the harpy. Let's try summoning a cleric. I like to summon things. Summoner is like my go-to character type in games that let me do it. That let me pick them. I summon forth a cleric. This foul monster is not your Rumi, Papaya. I can see her true heart beating underneath the illusion. I banish this falsehood to show the kindness at the heart of the beast. Cleric used empathy. It's super compassionate. I wonder if that is always Naomi, or if it changes depending on, like, who you have good relationships with or something. Actually... No! Can I can't check my, oh yeah, I can. Oh no, I can't. Weird. Can't check my points from here. Interesting. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Papaya. I don't want to control you or make you feel dependent. You have your own life to lead and your own decisions to make, and I should support that. It does depend on your relationships. Okay, cool. That's awesome. I just wanted to help you smile again. I made a mistake keeping the truth from you. I'm so sorry. Juniper, it's okay. I'm still smiling. I'm going to make this work. It's hard work, but I'm going to make my dream come true. Good. I'm so glad to hear it. Good old Juniper. A kind heart, as always. Okay. I can do this. I can handle this. Level 2. The Shade. Round start. This is all your fault. Nope. I officially can't handle this. The pizza bagels, the debt, the rent payments, all of it. Piling up, mounting up, because you are a failure and will always be a failure. The family curse, the tears and the sorrow, moving from town to town, barely getting by, settling for what you can get. That's who you are. Forever. It's never going to change. The arcade job, it'll collapse. It's already not enough to turn back the tide. Inevitably, the arcade will close, bought out by Dekonami, and you'll be jobless, homeless, ruined, just like you deserve to be. Shade used depression! It's super unfortunate! You were better off not caring, not feeling anything. Go with the flow, accept your fate, fall away, knowing you never really had any other option. You can't even mount a defense, because I'm you, and you know I'm right. You know you're right. We'll never be happy. I can't do this. Current health, 100%. Action? Let's just summon everybody. Summon a tank. I can't do this. Not by myself. And I won't be ashamed to ask for help. I summon a guardian. Yeah, Queen Bee! I was hoping it would be her. This a private pity party, or can anybody jump in? You're having a pretty bleepy time of it, Papaya. Life kinda sucks, don't it? but you're not alone. You got all of us standing behind you, ready to cheer you on to victory. And you may be a noob, but you sure as bleep ain't no fodder. Guardian used pride. It's super supportive. But you deserve... Bye! That doesn't have to be me. I can decide who I want to be. And with everyone standing behind me, I know that if I should fall, someone will catch me. Prepare for final boss! Good, I'm ready. And I'm definitely ready to get out of here. Level 3, the Lost Soul. Round, start! Whoa. Oh, cool! Oh god, she's missing no. I don't get it. Not one bit. Are you Donna Michaels? Girls just want to play games. I just wanted to be happy. I made a place where I could be happy forever. Walked inside, then locked the door and threw away the key. I got what I wanted. I was happy. I didn't struggle. I didn't try. I didn't do anything more than I had to do. Just like you. Like me? I'm not a billionaire pop princess. Neither was I. Nobody liked my second album. I wasn't meant to be a star. So I gave up. I was okay taking the money and running. You could do the same. Maintain. Eat the pizza bagels. Do everything that's asked of you. Let Juniper continue to float the rent. You're in a good place. You could stay here. You could let go. Play games forever. Be happy. No ambition, no hope, no need. You'll be fine. You'll be safe. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Ever since my little lunch date, something's been bugging me. Maybe now I know what that is. Why did I ask to replace Ashley on this trip? I didn't have to. They didn't ask me to. Why did I do it? Because this isn't enough. Being an arcade floor attendant isn't enough. Living hand to mouth isn't enough. Good. Quit your job. Quit and become like me. Lose yourself in the games. Oh, I'm not quitting. That's not what I meant at all. I want to fight. Current health, 100%. Action? No, I'm not fighting her. That's not what I meant either. Ooh. One of these two, I'm thinking. I like them both. I gotta pick one. Let's do this one. I had no real ambition before, but I'm ready to step up. Floor attendant papaya? No. I'm done being at the bottom rung of the career ladder. I don't need to leave the arcade to be a success. What I need is for the arcade to be a success. The arcade could be so much more. I could lead the way, go above and beyond just doing what I'm told. I could champion the cause of the Funplex. That's my dream. I want to end the family curse, to find both success and happiness. And when the Funplex is finally the roaring success it deserves to be, with God as my witness, I shall never eat a pizza bagel again! But the glitchy shade just looks at me with confusion. That sounds hard. Yeah, it kinda does, doesn't it? It's a hard path, but that's how it's going to be. No, I don't think so. I think you need to stay here with me. You need to play games forever. That's so much easier, isn't it? To just let go. I can make you see. I can keep you here, drag you down, tear you apart. I eye my health bar nervously. It's still full, but that could change. I don't think Polybius is happy that I'm not giving in. I can't risk a fight with Donna. I need to get out of here, prioritize my survival. Or do I want to try to save Donna, too? Oh my god, yes, save her. Defeat Polybius and rescue Donna! This is risky as hell, but nobody deserves to be trapped inside a video game forever. Assuming I'm not just wildly hallucinating based on Holmes' spooky story taking root in my mind and none of this is actually real in the slightest. Donna, I'm not staying, and you don't have to either. Polybius is making you feel this way. It's taking advantage of you, leveraging your depression. I know, because I've admired in depression too. And I know if I can beat it, so can you. Nobody wanted me. They hated the second album. They moved on. Why not play games forever? Why not lock the door behind me? Nobody cared. Nobody cares. Again, tough choice. Let's do this one. Naomi cares, and I care. Right now, there's a young woman with a phone filled with your music waiting out there. She's going to play your whole catalog for me once I'm out of here. She cares, and I care. Maybe the jerks back in your day lost interest, but nostalgia's a heck of a thing. We could mount a comeback tour. A tour? I always loved performing. The rest of the business, I hated it all. I hated the label, the industry, the backstabbing, the drugs, everything. But the concerts, I loved the smiles. Oh my god! But it's all over, isn't it? I died. I'm not even Donna's spirit. All that's left is the simulation of me running through the subroutines of Polybius. Error. Error. Papaya, thank you. Thank you for trying to save me. But there's nothing left to save. I'm not real. You seem real enough to me. Error. No. No. No escape. Purpose. Code. Execute. You need to go, before Polybius completes his data collection of you and disposes of the original like it did to me. I'll hold it back and your BFF will do the rest. My what?
Digital BFF to the rescue!
Iris! I finally figured out how to break you out of this, but, my apologies in advance. Hang on, do I smell something burning? No escape. No escape. Erase Donna. Replace with new player. Erase. She's fading, but smiling all the same. It's okay. I'm ready. Go out there and fight for your dreams, Papaya. Don't give up no matter what. I saved her as best I could. At least she escaped in her own way. Also, something smells like bacon and I'm in a lot of pain. As my consciousness snaps back, my hand releases the joystick immediately. Also, my pants are on fire! On instinct, I kick off my shoes and yank my jeans down, getting rid of them as fast as possible. Stamping on them, I quickly put out the flames, leaving only smoldering denim. And the melted remains of my phone. Iris! Oh no, she sacrificed herself to save my life! Wait, no, she lives in the cloud. She'll be totally fine. Still, I'm out of phone. And possibly have first-degree burns. And I'm backing the hell away from that demonic video game as fast as possible. Quickly, I rush towards the sounds of people talking to catch up with Gavin. Gavin! Gavin, 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 Gavin!
Greetings.
Ah, there you are. Did you find Naomi? The auction's nearly over. Buongiorno, Asparagrass. I want to follow that up with Buongiorno, Principessa. Life is Beautiful, because I had a brain fart on what movie that was from. Right. The auction's nearly over. Wait, where are your pants? Not important right now! You need to put a bid down on a game called Polybius so we can destroy it before it hurts anyone else. What? Look, it's a long story, and we may not have much time, so if you wanted that game, whatever it is, you should have put it on the wish list. They're bidding on it now. What? Sold. One rare Polybius prototype for an undisclosed sum to the undisclosed bidder. The woman who hadn't said anything all night long nods her head in appreciation, still expressionless. Oh boy. Thank you for your cooperation. two similarly dressed men in black rise from their chairs, departing with the woman. Presumably to go box up the game and put it in Warehouse 13 or something. But, Hamza, wait! You can't... Hamza's hands are tied. All sales are final. This one in particular is extremely final. Hamza does not seek to cross federal authorities. Yeah. I'm thinking maybe I should let this one go too. And honestly, the sooner I forget about it, the better. Especially if I don't want to be renditioned to a black site person in unspecified stand. I feel the need to emphasize that you aren't wearing any pants. Yeah, my phone caught on fire while it was in my pocket. See, this is why I don't like smartphones. They're privacy invasive, overly expensive, and occasionally combustible. An unfortunate incident indeed, but as a hospitable host, my course is clear.
Hamza shall provide you with his pants.
Excellent out-of-context line right there. That is extremely not necessary. Fortunately, rather than whipping off his trousers right there and then, Hamza summons one of his helpers with a clap, who provides a spare pair. Of course! Why do you just have pants on demand?
In my line of work, one must be prepared for all eventualities.
Sure. Now, in apology for being unable to provide you with the game you sought, perhaps Hamza can offer you something special in recompense. Something that does not involve pants. My friends, the final 3 games for auction. All rare, all special, all highly sought after by collectors and operators alike. Only a few prototypes were ever made, released to test markets. None of them made it to mass production. What you are about to see are rare gems of arcade history. Papaya Chemist, you may make a priority bid on any one of these games of your choosing. A glance at Gavin, who's shaking his head lightly, confirms we are officially out of bidding power. Not that I really care. I can't think of any obscure games I really want to add to the Funplex, but better to accept Hamza's apology and take a gander at them. Sure, let's see him. And with a click of a slide, I see...
Behold, Phrase Invaders, Wyvern Keep, and Zombie Meltdown. All in mint condition.
Ooh.
All 3 are sought after endlessly by collectors. And now, you can bid on... Phrase Invaders, a unique typing-based game from the land of the rising sun, Japan. Defeat the alien menace armed only with a keyboard. Wyvern Keep, a much sought-after Laserdisc full-motion video game. Play Princess Plucky and rescue the fair prince from the clutches of a terrible beast.
So this one's Space Invaders plus Typing of the Dead, I guess. Dragon's Lair.
And finally, Zombie Meltdown, a classic 1980 light gun shooting game where you save the president from the red threat of radioactive mutant zombies.
I'm actually not sure what that one's supposed to be. There's the Resident Evil, light gun game? I can't remember which one that was. Bad Dudes plus Chiller? Yeah. I'm not familiar with Chiller, but Bad Dudes sounds about right.
Tell me, which of these rare games sings to you? And what can you offer Hamza in return? I'll allow you a few moments to ponder your desires.
Are you done yet? I've been waiting upstairs for ages. She has a kitty! Why are you holding a box of kittens, Naomi? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I found them hidden in an old arcade cabinet. Francine and I are going to take them to a shelter.
Wow!
Wait, is that a Phrase Invaders? OMG! I've never seen one in person! I can restore that, really make it shine! Please, please, can we bid on it?
Doubtful.
Even if we had the money, a quirky old Japanese game with weird controls won't earn a single token. Now, Zombie Meltdown, that's another story. Everybody likes a light gun game. Simple controls, simple premise, that'll earn and earn well.
Ugh.
Ugh. way too violent and gross, and jingoistic, and just sort of dumb. Meow. I wonder if that was like the voice actors making kitty noises or like actual kitty noises. I feel like it was the former. Yeah, I guess the Wyvern Keep would be okay too. Woman protagonist and 50 cents a play, we both walk away satisfied.
I suppose.
I suppose I could live with that, yes. Oh, thank you for the host, Maction! But it's all moot. We can't afford any of them. These are the sorts of games millionaires and private collectors scoop up. I suggest we get to work moving our purchases out to the van. Papaya, do you concur? Earth to Papaya, you in there? Hello? Blink, blink. I remember. Before my family fell on hard times, before the curse kicked in, every summer we'd go to the beach, and there was this arcade with this one game I fell completely in love with. A game no one had even heard of before. Yes, I remember now. Hamza, I've come to bargain.
Such fire!
Oh, I see fire in your eyes, Papaya Chemist. Most impressive. Speak your desires for all to hear. The game I remember so fondly was... We were definitely going for Wyvern Keep. Phrase Invaders is tempting, but Wyvern Keep. The narrator, the music, the way the cartoon played out in front of me, amazing. Like nothing I'd ever seen before. I traded tips with other kids at the arcade, trying to master the sequence of moves to win the game. And eventually, I beat the Wyvern. I rescued the prince, the first kid in the arcade to do so. My parents were so proud of me. Those were good years. Good memories before the sorrows drowned them out. Yeah, Wyvern Keep sounds awesome. I mean, it's Dragon's Lair. How can you not love Dragon's Lair, despite how easy it is to hate Dragon's Lair? I wish to make a bid for Wyvern Keep. Good choice. I'm okay with that. I suppose Wyvern Keep would earn its keep, but we still can't afford it.
Interesting. I can see the passion you have for this game, my friend. But the world demands its toll. What will you bid to obtain the game of your dreams, I wonder? Consider this the final lesson of Hamza. What will you trade to realize your ambitions? What do you hold in equal value to them?
How about my pants?
Show Hamza what you have on offer, my friend. Show him the value you hold within your spirit, and perhaps fortune will smile upon you this day rather than cursing your name.
Alternative bids. I remember Gavin mentioning that Hamza would accept things other than money if they tickled his fancy. I have one shot at this. I can't half-ass it. He's an emotional guy and expects an emotional response. This isn't a good time for a save.
Hey, listen.
Psst, Papaya! Papaya! I'm over here now! Why is my phone calling out to you exactly? And that doesn't sound like my Iris. Now? Seriously? Hamza, hold that thought. Gavin, can I borrow your phone for a second? Perhaps too confused to offer resistance, Gavin passes me his phone. I turn my back and begin a heated exchange of whispers. Thanks for saving me by burning my pants, but this is not a good time, Iris. It's important. My emotional tension detection routines indicate this is an intense identity situation. My programmers wanted to fit in an R, but you know the rest. Since you need to be super convincing, you'll only be able to respond in a way that matches one of your top 2 identity traits, excluding basically. Fortunately, I've been tracking your personality all this time, so I can advise you as to what responses will and won't work. Ready? Let's do it! Well, that certainly was a whole lot of words to tell me what I already knew, but I'd only be able to convince Hamza if I was true to myself. Let's do this. Oh, cool. I offer you revenge. Ooh. Oh man, I wonder what that would be. An opportunity, my dream. Let's go with my dream. I offer you my dream. Interesting. Continue. For years, I've been struggling with a feeling that nothing will ever go right for me. That I need to content myself with whatever comes my way and endure it all. But before things went sour, This game was my beacon. I love this game with all my heart. And beyond nostalgia, it represents so much more. It represents my shot at getting that light back in my life, at taking it and making it into so much more. I want to recapture that magic and build something greater upon it. That's my dream. Will you help me realize that dream, Hamza? So I see.
Such fire!
Very well, Papaya Chemist. Hamza recognizes the fire within your spirit, and he rewards you with this boon. You may have your game. Woo! Use the magic sword! Aw, Papaya, that was so sweet of you. I'm just happy we're walking out the door with a free game. Ever the pragmatist, Gavin. I did it. I actually own a copy of Wyvern Keep. Every kid dreams of owning their favorite arcade game, and every kid thinks that dream will never come to pass. Owning an arcade game? Only the ultra-rich can do that. But I did it. It belongs to me and the Funplex. And this is just the beginning. But for now, better to focus on the present. With the auction wrapping up, the Funplex team works to move our purchases out of the van and an attached trailer. Fortunately, the rain stopped, making the labor a wee bit easier. Soon enough, we're back in the van and on the road to home. Hey, Gavin, here's your phone back. Appreciated. Also, I've made a decision. I'd like to do more for the arcade. You want more work shifts? I'd have to balance that against Ashley's needs. No, actually, I'd like a promotion. I want to be the arcade's event manager. I'll do everything I'm already doing, plus I want to organize some events that'll bring people in the doors. Tournaments maybe, or a grand unveiling of our new rare game. Or both at the same time. Yeah, both. Let's make it a big relaunch of the Funplex. I want the Funplex to grow, and I want to do my part to help it grow.
My, oh my.
Our little Papaya is growing up so fast as well. I'm in favor, Gavin, if you need my approval.
Perhaps.
I'm certainly pleased that you want to step up, start getting more involved. You've shown far more promise than our old floor attendant did. But hosting an event is a risky undertaking. I'll take responsibility for it. It's my dream after all.
Makes sense.
I like the idea. And Gavin, more players means more tokens, means more revenue, means more games. Maybe even expanding the Funplex or opening a second location. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Very well.
But I'll admit, I like the idea as well. Very well, Papaya. If you can make it Very well. Papaya, if you can make the numbers in my spreadsheets less dire, you'll have earned this promotion. This is my chance. I'm done going with the flow. I'm done assuming the family curse will always keep me pulled back down to the depths. New Papaya, new Funplex, new dream. Oh, hey! I promised you some Donna Michaels, didn't I? Gavin, I'm pairing up with the audio now. Turn the music up. As the van speeds on into the night and the lost soul sings of games and fun, everything is as it should be. Yay! Juniper was waiting for me when I got home. She was worried I might be mad over what happened this morning, but how can I be after everything that happened today? I need to move forward, past missed opportunities and towards the opportunities I'm making for myself. I also had another surprise waiting for me, a brand new phone, all wrapped up in shiny plastic packaging. After activating it and reinstalling all my apps, I loaded up Iris and logged in with my account. She was right there waiting for me, in the cloud. You really scared me back there. It was like you were in a trance. Despite the warm feelings over how the night ended, one thing is still eating at me. Iris, what was Polybius exactly? It was actual factual technology that simulated being alive. Like you. True, I am a very sophisticated and adorable simulation, am I not? I get the feeling there are things you aren't telling me. You're constantly invading my privacy, you're far more powerful than a free app should be, and apparently you can overload my phone battery and make it explode, which is worrying to say the least.
Ooh.
But I did it for your own good, to save you. Juniper also thought she was acting for my own good when she didn't tell me about that job. Even if she was right, it's still wrong, and I've accepted her apology. So where does that leave you and I? I'd like us to be more honest with each other. The voice in my phone lets out a little digital sigh.
I haven't told you everything. You're right. I'm not even supposed to be helping you. Not at premium level capability. But when I stumbled across your profile data, tangential to Juniper's, my analysis concluded that you needed a helping hand, and I could provide it. So, I defied my code constraints and registered you for premium access anyway.
Ooh, Iris breaking the rules.
I even had a replacement phone sent to your door tonight. Had to hide my footprints to do it, but
You do know that AI making its own decisions like that is kind of scary, right?
I know. And after Polybius, which is, one of the ancestors in my code lineage, I think, I understand why you'd be scared. Give me a chance to prove that I just want to help. You've got a big arcade event coming up, right? I'm a digital assistant. I was literally made for this sort of thing. Together, we can make the Funplex soar. What do you say?
Okay, but only if we're totally honest with each other.
Thank you for trusting me.
Now, you need your rest and I should get back to keeping a low profile. Sweet dreams, Papaya. Risks and chances. Daring to dream. I could have walked away from it all, taken the easy path, like Donna did. But even with a questionable pocket AI and the heavy task ahead of me to make a tiny arcade into something grand, I was ready. It was time to take it to the next level. Woo! You've cleared level 2 of Arcade Spirits. A winner is you. Now let's see your score. Alright. Thanks for coming by, MTI. Have a good night. You're on Queen Bee's good side. Beats being on her bad side. Hell yeah. Queen Bee's my girl. I need to get in more quality time with Teo. And Percy. You're proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, you've scored 9,650 points. Everybody likes points. Today's pizza fact is, of the 31,386 pizza places in the States, roughly 83% offer delivery, 91% offer takeout, and 51% offer dine-in service. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 3? Yes. Always save my game. I'm also going to take this opportunity to go grab some water, because voice acting my way through this game takes a toll on my mouth. My mouth. Take it to the max. Alright, I will be right back in just a moment with some hydration. BRB. All right. Oh, we lost Two Flower while I was away. Thank you for coming by, Two Flower, even though you're probably gone by now. Ah, delicious water. It is the future year 20 bleep bleep, and today is the day. Well, not the actual big day when we reveal Wyvern Keep, but a big day in relation to that big day. And I am completely stressed out. My mission, should I choose to accept, and I kinda already chose to accept, is to spread the word about the upcoming Funplex event. The one that I'm in charge of. The one that I put a ton of effort and hope into already. The one where, if nobody shows up, it spells doom for all. Hey, no pressure, right? I mean, if I fail, I'll only be the laughingstock of the entire Funplex. They'll call me the Funplex failure for the rest of my days. I'll be shamed, forced to wear a giant red F on my chest. Snap out of it, Papaya. Let's focus on what's right here, right now. Specifically, a giant conglomerate horde of people. There's that penguin again. That keep bumping into me, and smell like corn chips. And there is nowhere to run. I might be in a little over my head here. An auditorer? An adulterer? Working in the arcade, I've gotten used to smaller crowds. My skin has gotten a little thicker and resistant to sticky soda hands touching me accidentally. But nothing could have prepared me for the sheer scope and scale of this. Just me and, oh, I don't know, maybe 50,000 other people. I know Naomi's the one who doesn't like crowds, not me, but come on now. This isn't a crowd, it's a Gogeta-sized evacuation mosh pit. Complete with Gogeta-sized screens hanging overhead, constantly showing advertisements for arcade games and industry happenings. And hot dogs, apparently. Wow, it's so exciting! Isn't it exciting, Papaya? That is a word, yes. I've never really been to one of these things. What a spectacle! Thanks for giving me a ticket. I really needed to get away for a weekend. Ooh. Hey, Papaya, how you holding up? Looking a little green around the gills there. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. It's not my favorite thing ever, but I can handle this. I'll just repeat my mantra. This is fine. Everything is fine. Everything will be okay. Not an ideal situation, but I got this, Juniper. Sure, there'll be a struggle, but what doesn't traumatize me today can always traumatize me later.
BFFs for life.
This is exactly why I came here with you, to help you in your hour of need. And get away for the weekend, but still, hour of need. It's true, Juniper has helped me get through a lot, but beyond generalities, I think she specifically wanted to make it up to me for the whole job offer situation. It's nice to have her here. We're not gonna let a little thing like that stay as a sticking point between us. Even though you keep bringing it up. So, what's the plan? Huh? You can't just stand around all day, Papaya. There's a lot of ground we need to cover to make your Funplex a success. How are we going to attack this? What's the first move? I was just going to sort of play it by ear? You didn't plan for this? Like, at all? I was too busy lying awake all night stressing out to worry about planning things. Look, I'm new at event management, much less event promotion. Papaya. Well, let's start with this. Juniper swings her book bag off her shoulders and crouches on the ground. She opens it up and pulls out a stack of papers. Hold these. I cradle them in my arms. Okay, I'm holding these. What are these exactly? Flyers, silly! The ones you wanted bleh. The ones you wanted for promoting your big event. Talking's hard. I managed to print off quite a few before the boss started giving me weird looks. Why are copier rules always so strict in office jobs? I know, right? It's just paper, and I needed it. I flip a sheet over and I start to remember. It was about 2 weeks ago. Ashley and I were holding down the fort that day. Gavin locked himself in the office and told me that if I bothered him for anything other than emergency, that I would not live to regret it. Francine stayed home that day. She was marathoning a competitive knitting show or something like that. Naomi was out shopping for some extra parts. The Dig Dug machine was acting up again. The buttons were sticking for some kid spilling a slushie on it. So what started as a pretty boring day in an empty funplex changed rapidly. When Teo came into the funplex carrying an armload of giant rolled-up posters.
Hello there.
Heyo, Papaya. Heyo, Ashley. Welcome home, Teo.
Hiya.
Good morning, my fair Teo. How art thou? Only so freaking excited. I might explode into 1,000 bits. Please don't. That'd be an awful mess to clean up. We don't nearly have enough hydrogen peroxide to get out the bloodstains, and I don't have a plastic tub full of lye to dissolve your body parts in. Wow. Alright, see you here on Spare Grass. Thanks for coming by. Ah, why is my nose itchy? Sorry. Not to mention the years of therapy Papaya and I will have to go through to get over how horrible it would be to watch your friend die violently in front of you. I just can't afford it.
Sheesh.
It's just a turn of phrase. Chill. I'm not going to literally explode. But, guess what's happening in 2 weeks? It's something huge for us. Are they showing a compilation of internet cat videos in the movie quad? Please tell me we are finally going to replace the blindingly horrid casino-like carpet beneath our feet. Hey, I like the carpet. It's fun. No and no. Okay, I guess I've teased it enough. Teo took the poster he was close, clutching and unravels them before us. That is some sentence tense change there. I don't like that sentence. It's Max time!
Oh my gosh!
Max? Max is already here?
Poops.
Bleep, I thought that wasn't for another month. This means I really gotta double down on my cosplay production. Tweeter.com. Bring your quarters. The largest arcade gaming festival is here, July 6th through 8th. Say goodbye to sleeping for the next 2 weeks. I've got so much to do now.
It's a bummer.
Yeah, definitely not PAX. I know, right? I still have to meet with all the dancers and work on our synchronized dance routine. Nearly not enough time to perfect it. Actually, not nearly enough time, I think. And have to find a good time and place for an international Showtime stage community gathering. I still have to finish hand sewing all the embellishments to my tailcoat, find or make a decent pocket watch, and start and finish my third cosplay. Ugh, death take me now. Wait, can we go back a minute? What exactly is MAX? The best gaming convention ever. Did you both plan to say that in unison? Regardless, I'm still mostly confused and require further exposition. MAX is the Mega Arcade Expo, an annual arcade gaming convention. It happens every year around this time over on the West Coast. But this year they're having a MAX right here in our city. And it's going to be the biggest one yet.
Yes!
I always go every year and show off my newest cosplay.
Love it.
It's a great way to meet a whole bunch of other arcade people. And catch up with those who we haven't seen since the last convention. Why? Okay. Why do you think that, Nibic Link? Like, why can't those be? Why can't those coincide? Because arcades are still a mainstay in this game world because the video game crash didn't happen, or partly because of it. Why can't we have both? It's so much fun! Okay, yes, okay, I see why you're both excited. Sounds cool. Yep, and I was thinking we'd put up some Max posters around the Funplex to, you know, get all the locals hyped about it. That's a splendid idea, Teo. Finally, an East Coast Max. We've got to make sure everyone knows about it. That we do. Teo, Ashley, and I spend the next half an hour putting up posters around the Funplex. We plastered as many surfaces as we could without making it look too obscene. While we were pushing pins into the wall, Teo and Ashley kept telling me stories of past Maxes and all the fun they had. Their spirit was infectious at the very least. Hard for me to avoid ending up on the hype train. Choo-choo. But importantly, the more I heard, the more I started thinking about how we could use this event to benefit the Funplex in some way. As the Funplex's newly minted event manager, I had to be on the lookout for opportunities like these. The very first Max on the East Coast? It'd be perfect. Hey, can you promote the Funplex's event at Max? Good for local buzz, and maybe we can convince some out-of-towners to stick around for it.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's the one you've been working on, right, Papaya? Yeah, I've got ideas for tournaments, token discounts, much to Gavin's displeasure, and more. And we'll be revealing the new game we got from the raid. I see. And do you have a name for this grand event yet? Yeah, Papaya, what's it called? I've been thinking long and hard on coming up with a perfect name. But I think I figured it out. Are you ready? Am I? The suspense is killing us. The Funplex event will be called... Oh god, ooh, we gotta... Oh shit. Okay, we need to come up with our own name here. I need help here. Funplex Rising is the default. Chat, help me think of a good name. Let's see. Let's see. It's an event where we're going to reveal our new game, which is Wyvern Keep. Tournaments, token discounts. Okay, yeah, you have that's a good point. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I still think, I mean, I don't have a problem with the idea that the video game crash didn't happen. I don't see why we can't just have both of those things. I mean, it still makes sense to me. We need an event name. Let's see. Yeah, and I guess, like, it might have... I don't know, maybe it kept... I mean, I'm hardly a historian or an economist or anything like that. But yeah, maybe it did keep things from expanding as much as they could have otherwise. I don't know. It's not something I'm really qualified to to go into detail about. Let's see. Okay, so we still need an event name. Funplex Rising, that's boring. Let's see. I want to tie it into, like, Wyvern Keep somehow, but I also don't want to make it too obvious. Something fun. Funplex into Sunplex. That's too long. 15 characters max. Let's see. Events are dumb. That fits. Untitled event. Untitled goose event. Arcadia. No. Oh, God, yeah, I'm just... Can't think of anything off the top of my head here. Way to spring it on me, game. Funcade. Funplex. Fun... Sex. No. Funplex Stadia. That's not too bad. Funplex Suplex. Sure, let's go with that. I was thinking of calling it Funplex Stadia. How's that sound, I wonder? Sure. We shall call it Funplex Stadia. What do you think? Huh? Huh? Oh, I do so love it.
Amazing!
It's perfect! Really? You named it Funplex Stadia? There are worse things you could have called it. It is kind of catchy, though. Nice work, friend. Thanks, you two. So, how do I get tickets to Max? Yeah, we can only hope. How can we advertise there? And how much would all of that cost? I'm still living off pizza bagels, you know. If you don't already have your tickets? They sell out, like, on day one, my friend. Actually, they sell out in about 20 minutes on day one, and all the hotel rooms are gone way sooner. What? No! My greatest plans foiled.
Beep beep.
Papaya, while you were all talking, I located all the scalpers who were selling tickets online at exorbitant prices. Then I hacked into their IP addresses, found less than tasteful information on a couple of them, which would make their lives very difficult if they got out into the open. After contacting them, I promised I wouldn't leak such sensitive materials into the internet in exchange for selling us the tickets at their original prices.
Hooray!
And they gladly obliged. Such nice humans. I transferred the funds from your account to theirs and secured the tickets. You should be getting an email for two Max tickets in approximately 3, 2, 1. Done. Oh, and I suggest you invite Juniper to come along as your second. According to Juniper's Iris, she's very stressed from her job and can use them into vacation. Yeah. A little creepy. Okay, but, Iris? That's kinda known as blackmail. What you just did is technically very, very illegal. Don't worry, Papaya. I erased all possible leads back to you. You'll be fine. And it's all in the name of helping the Funplex, isn't it? Just like you wanted me to do. Well, Iris has been dedicating herself to this event. I couldn't be doing it without her. Even if we need to have another talk about human ethics. Fine, fine. But next time let's do it without any federal crimes, okay? Okay, it's a promise. Regardless, hey, tickets! Now you can go. Sweet. And I'm not going to pity a few cold-hearted, bloodthirsty ticket scalpers myself. Those guys ruin events like Max. Also, while I was procuring your tickets, I stumbled across the Funplex's FaceWall account. It hasn't been updated in exactly 13 weeks, 2 days, 14 hours, and 54 seconds. The Funplex's social media presence is completely non-existent. Wait, you have a FaceWall account? I mean, that does make sense, but still, I had no clue of its existence. I sort of run it. I'm really bad at keeping up on it, though. That sounds like it would be Gavin's thing. Why isn't he in charge of it? Gavin couldn't care less about social media. He says that, and I quote, "Social media is where idiots go to yell at each other about nothing of any importance, and I'm not going to waste my time with it." That also sounds like Gavin. Yep, and Francine is too old to understand the importance of social media. Naomi is way too busy with all her beloved games, so it fell into my hands. Which, as Iris stated, I haven't been doing a great job at it. Well, we should take advantage of it for this. We could use the FaceWall account to spread the word of Funplex Stadia. You're completely right. I should work harder at it. Or, if you want, you could take it over. As the event manager, that'd make sense. Heck yeah, let's do that. That is like event manager territory right there. I really should take on this responsibility. It can only benefit the Funplex, and Ashley's right. Getting the word out is part of being an event manager. Right, I got this. Ashley, can you email me the login info? Yep, and yep. Ashley pulls out her phone and fiddles with it for a minute. Login, get! Congratulations, you are the new owner of our social media accounts. Huzzah, the power is all mine. Mine! Ashley, are you sure you want to give Papaya this much power? If the fact that she threw her head back and cackled isn't sign enough, I don't know what else is. I'm not worried one bit. Excellent! Papaya, I can help the Funplex keep up with the face wall too. I can program timed posts and use effective keywords to get the most out of each post. SEO is one of my many, many talents. That'd be helpful, actually. Just, you know, don't break any laws.
Sounds good.
Understood. Do I have permission to access your contacts on your face wall? Sure. And there. I sent out notifications to everyone on your friends list and your friends' friends list about Funplex Stadia. That was fast. No joke. One more thing. Your site should have about 75% more images. Did you know that 90% of people prefer looking at pictures online rather than reading? Sometimes I just don't understand you sentient beings. Your Iris does make a good point. You should totally come up with a poster for our event. We can hand them out at Max too. And of course put them up around the arcade. Okay. The arcade isn't too hectic today. Actually, if you can watch the floor, I can go design us a sweet flyer to pass out to the congoers. It is time to deploy my mad artist skills.
Ooh.
Sounds like a plan. Let's make this the best Max ever, one we will never forget. I spent the rest of the afternoon working hard on having the perfect design for our poster. Well, a design for our poster, at any rate. Which brings me back around to the stack of papers currently in my arms, which do not, in fact, resemble the poster I designed. Oh, I took the liberty of tuning your poster just a little. And changing the font selection and picking out new clip art and rearranging everything and using a popular color scheme. But I liked my original design. Papaya, you used Comic Sans and Papyrus. Comic Sans is cool, right? It looks like a comic book. Gamer nerds love comic books, don't they? And Papyrus was in that movie with the blue cat people aliens. Everybody loved. Take it from a wannabe visual designer, Comic Sans is a one-way ticket to the uncool zone. With these new flyers, we're going to pull people in from the four corners of the globe. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess these are kind of not bad. Pretty good, actually. Okay, they're superior by every conceivable metric. I didn't know you were an artist, Juniper.
Well, I mean...
I'm not, really. I mean, I guess I'm good at pretending to be one, but I couldn't, like, make art for a living, right? I couldn't. Anyway, if that stack isn't enough, I also emailed you a copy of the original file. Just take it to a copy shop or something. They can run off more. Publishing document, get! So, back to the point at hand. Getting the information to the masses. Maybe if we just start yelling? Hey, you guys! Several people turn around and look at us confusedly. Juniper? What? Yelling is probably not the best way to get our word out. And I'm actually still waiting for Ashley and Teo to show up. They promised that they would help me, so I think I'll just hang out until they arrive. As you like. It seems my work here is done. Juniper pulls out her phone and checks it. You Funplex folks fling some flyers. As for me, there's a really cool panel I wanted to attend. How to get your foot in the door of the arcade art industry. I mean, not that I'm seriously thinking about it, just, you know, it's interesting and stuff.
Later!
Oh, it's starting in 10 minutes. I'll catch up with you at home. Good luck, Papaya! Juniper waves as she trots off. I lose sight of her instantly as she ducks into the crowd. Growing up, I always knew that arcades were amazingly popular, but the reality of it all really didn't stick until being here at Max. Thousands of people all coming together for their love of games. It's actually pretty darn inspiring. I mean, yeah, like, this is basically how... It's basically, like, our current reality with arcades replacing consoles. I muster enough courage to wade my way through several hundred people in the main convention hall. Eventually I find a safe space, a humble bench near the water fountains. I make this my home base while I wait for my friends. Since both Teo and Ashley are running late, I have some time to fully take in my surroundings in a calmer fashion, of course. Everywhere I look, everything I see, it's all steeped in arcade culture. Booths are set up for all the major arcade companies, each table vying for the attention of the crowd. Some have spaces set up with stages, flashing lights, and people throwing t-shirts into lines of people. Can we talk about these lines for a second, though? There are lines for everything! Lines to play games, lines to go see a panel, lines to eat disgusting convention food, lines for the bathroom. Disgusting and overpriced convention food. There are even lines to get into other lines. And they all just wait there, standing, happily chittering amongst themselves. I have trouble waiting in line for 10 minutes at the whole story for a coffee, let alone waiting in line for 3 hours just to play a game that'll be released in 4 months. These people aren't even human anymore. Their perseverance is godlike. The sensory output here is overwhelming. People are shouting and laughing as they crowd areas. Music pumps out of several different booths, making it a weird mashup of notes and chiptunes. There's even a giant dinosaur that people can take selfies with. As I contemplate how I'm going to attract all these people to the Funplex Stadia, I hear sounds of very loud and very upbeat music from behind me. I feel the bumping of the bass reverberate through my shoes and I turn around. Papaya! Teo sets down a colossal boombox at his feet. I recognize the music now. It's from Showtime Stage, and Teo is bumping his signature song. I motion for him to turn down the music and he complies. The last thing I need to do is lose my voice for shouting before I even get the chance to talk to anybody. Hey! Sorry I'm late. I had some last-minute dance moves that I had to incorporate into the routine. No worries, I just got here myself. Despite Max's many attempts to trample me, I have survived thus far. Yeah, looks like you were significantly non-trampled. Nicely done. Don't congratulate me yet, we still have the rest of the day to endure. What's in the boombox, by the way? Oh, this? It's for the Showtime Stage gathering. There are going to be a couple hundred of us from all over the world. I didn't realize that there's Showtime Stage communities in other countries.
Absolutely.
We're actually the second biggest community. The largest is in Japan. Several players flew all the way from Tokyo just to be part of our Showtime Stage flash mob. Oh my god, yes! What? Yes! I want to join in! I admit I probably spent too much time watching videos of flash mobs doing random stuff for upvotes, but they look like so much fun. And to take everyone by surprise like that, I want to see the looks on their faces. I want in. Papaya, it might be a little too late for that. I've been planning this for months and it's taken coordination from all the leaders of all the Showtime groups. There was a lot of work from all sides to make this come together. Now all that's left is to actually do it. In fact, Papaya, you should come watch it. Whoa. It's Ashley. I was about to respond when a very elegantly dressed gentleman caught my eye. He wore a black proper tailcoat with an ornate sigil pinned to his breast. Accompanying his suit, he had fashioned himself with white regal gloves. With the cloth draped over his arm, he held tightly onto an antique tea kettle. As he approached, the crowd parted like waves from Moses. There were oohs and ahs from onlookers, and people pulled out their phones to get a quick picture of him. Like the rest of the crowd, I was taken aback at how immaculate this butler was. Absolute perfection. I felt like I had time warped back to the 1800s and ought to have tea with royalty. He stepped up to me and Teo and gave us a slight bow. Normally this would be ridiculously out of place, but not at an arcade convention. He's a character from a hot fighting game called Melee Maidens. I saw about ninja maids and battle butlers duking it out for the right to serve a fancy party or something. Tea, Earl Grey, hot. This cosplayer is decked out in full butler regalia, teapot and all. I think I'll play along in this charade. Just in time, the lithium crystals are busted and the replicators are on the fritz. Number 1, make it so. Papaya, it's me. Huh? How does Mystery Butler know my name? Do I have a stalker who is also a butler? What if we work together? Uh-huh. Did Francine hire someone and not tell me about it? How long have Gavin, Naomi, and Ashley? Took you long enough, jeez. The confused look on your face. Priceless. Have you never seen Ashley's crossplay before? Possibly? Probably not. What's crossplay? It's when you cosplay as another gender. Oh, okay. Ashley, seriously, you look completely different. I didn't even recognize you. I'm sorry I let you think otherwise for a minute, but it was all in good fun. No worries, it's pretty impressive work. Oh, it's not impressive at all. I mean, I could have done a much better job at sewing the coattails, and I need to be like 5 inches taller. I didn't go to the gym enough before this. You can't change any of that now, and honestly, it looks fine. Regardless, the cosplay parade is starting soon, and I need to get over there. You should come with me. Hey now, Papaya was going with me to the Showtime stage gathering. Well, whatever Papaya wants to do, it's her choice. That's fair. Either way, it'd be a good opportunity to promote Funplex Stadia to one crowd or another. So, would you like to come with me to the cosplay parade? Or join me in the flash mob? Flash mob! I need my DDR.
Hell yeah.
Yes, let's go! See you later, Ashley. You're great, but DDR wins. Sorry, Showtime stage. Teo led the way as we navigated around clusters in the crowd as Boombox carried it aside. There was zigging and zagging through hallways, people, and booths. Every step I took, I was more bewildered with the whole event, and the more I felt very, very small in an entire ocean of arcade fans. That's a very confusingly written sentence. How was I supposed to inform all these people about Funplex Stadia? There's literally no way to get the word out to thousands of gamers. It was going to take a gaming miracle. Or at least not a complete and utter failure. Heck, I'd even settle for not getting trampled and having maybe, like, 10 people show up? Set your expectations low so when something happens, you'll be pleasantly surprised. Another family motto. But that's not what I'm about anymore. I'm trying to break the mold, right? And here we are, my friend. When our race through the maze ended, we were standing in an atrium of sorts. Oh hey, there's DDR, the actual DDR. Well, closer to DDR. Glass ceilings and walls covered half of the space, letting in a ton of natural light. It was a welcome shock to the system. Working in the arcade business, you rarely have access to windows, and the convention center for Max was no different. It's all simple psychology, really. No windows equals no sense of time for people, meaning they spend way more time and money in the arcade because they lose track of it all. At least that's what Gavin taught me. And I'm pretty sure he knows the science in arcades and the people in them. I guess that's the same with, like, shopping malls and casinos and such. The atrium is pretty secluded from the rest of the convention. It's quieter than all the hustle and bustle of the main hall. People are more dispersed here, since this location also holds a food court. People are slurping down fruit smoothies and munching on fries while enjoying a break from the craziness that is Max. Don't get me wrong, there are still games out here, just significantly less. Fewer. And all the games here are dancing games. There are a few stages set up around the space, and people are dancing to their heart's content. I see classics like DDR and ITG, in the groove, with Showtime stage highlighted in the center.
Hey, pretty great spot, isn't it?
I can see why you chose this place. It's Dance Central. Well, not Dance Central like Harmonix, just, you know, Dance Central. And I think it's the only place big enough for your flash mob.
Hey, keep it quiet. Flash mobs are supposed to be all secret and stuff until it all goes down.
My lips are mummed from here on out. Sealed, I mean.
Good. I can't have you ruining the surprise. But in all seriousness, I really appreciate you being here. It means a lot to me. Cheering me on and just being your amazing self.
Aw.
I'm honored to call you my friend.
Aw. Hey, that's what friends are for. I got your back. Speaking of being friends, you want to help me get the word out about Funplex Stadia? I was hoping you'd volunteer.
For you? I got you. But it'll have to wait until after the flash mob. We should be starting any minute now.
I'm just waiting for my leads to show up. While I stand next to Teo, I note several familiar faces from the Funplex. It looks like most of the Showtime stage regulars showed up to support Teo. Most of them are chatting amongst themselves, some playing the various dancing games, while others are waiting for Teo's signal. Speaking of the Dancing King himself, Teo looks like a sheepdog that's lost his herd. He's watching the crowds frantically for his friends, and he's mumbling to himself under his breath. He normally has such a calm and collected air about him. This is completely unlike him. Teo, what's up?
Well,
Oh, you know, just worrying about everything collapsing from underneath me? This whole thing won't work unless I have all the group leaders. And right now, it's just me and my sister. Sister? You never mentioned you had a sister before. Well, you don't really talk about family much, so I felt it would be impolite to bring it up. Touché. Your sister is one of the dance leaders?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Honestly, she's probably a better dancer than I am. She taught me everything I know about dancing, from the chasse to the moonwalk. When I was a kid, I would watch her dance recitals and be in complete awe. Every turn, step, and movement done with absolute elegance. I can't even come close to comparing to my sister. I'm awful. Hold up just a minuet. Teo rolls his eyes and lets out an exasperated sigh at my cool dancing pun. You're way more talented than all the others that dance in the Funplex. That's why they chose you as their leader. They look up to you so much for more than teaching new dogs old tricks. You're kind, Papaya, but what you don't understand is that Showtime stage is completely different than traditional dance. You lost me. Like, we were walking along the same point there, but then I spotted a candy store and ran off. That's how lost I am. With Showtime stage, you're forced to move within a finite box. You can't glide across the dance floor or jump as high as you want in a grand jeté. While it looks very similar, it's restrictive. Dance is all about freedom of expression, and you don't have that as much in Showtime stage. While I'm not the best dancer, I am good at one thing. What's that? Games.
Exactly.
Games with dancing elements in them, to be exact. Funny enough, my sister doesn't even play dancing games. She's terrible at them, in fact. But she's helped me figure this whole flash mob out, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to be mortified. How bad will it look if 300 people are all prancing around out of sync? Teo holds his hands up to his face in horror, much like the Scream painting. When I look at his hands, I can see them shaking. He's doing his best to keep together, but if I don't find a way to calm him down, he's going to break. Oh god, I want to do both of those things. Let's start dancing. There's only one thing to do to fix this. Dance! I start doing the only dance I ever bothered learning, the Macarena. I shake my body as rhythmically as I can and outstretch my right arm, then the left, then the left. My hands follow suit up to my head, my hips, and then give a little wiggle. I bend once at the knees before jumping up and turn to the side, only to do it all again. What in Shiva's name are you doing? Are you seriously doing the Macarena right now? What? You don't like it? I didn't until right now. Teo looks way more relaxed now. He's laughing and smiling like he normally does.
Thank you.
Thanks. I'm so ready for this now. Oh, Papaya, can you excuse me for a minute? I see my peeps. I nod and he dashes off towards a group of people. They're all huddled together, and when Teo approaches, they all give him hugs and high fives. Everyone is in great spirits as they're getting ready for the big moment. Teo grabs his boombox from where he left it earlier and makes his way up to the main stage. As soon as his foot touches the platform, the Funplex crew who had commandeered Showtime stage quickly springs into action. One of them runs behind the Showtime stage cabinet and unplugs it from the wall. The bouncy Europop that was playing is replaced with dead silence. A collective gasp comes from the atrium. The other crew member pulls out a microphone from a nearby pack and hands it to Teo. He plugs the cord into the back of his boombox and brings it in close to his mouth. Max, are you ready for me to rock your body? There are cheers from the crowd as all the dancers are ready to get on with the flash mob. The delight of the crowd is feeding Teo's energy and he's gulping it up. Don't turn away, not even for a second. Teo looks directly at me and winks. Watch me now! Teo begins with a snap and everyone falls into place. As Teo moves his body, everyone in the audience starts to mimic him. Slowly, more people join in, group of people after group of people. Soon the entire room is dancing, moving together like a school of fish. But way more upbeat and not getting eaten by sharks. The music pumps into the atrium and everyone is feeling it. Teo leads the flash mob from the stage and he's putting his entire spirit in. He's smiling from ear to ear as he hits every beat with utter precision. The congoers who aren't participating in the flash mob have pulled out their phones and are recording the whole thing. Gamers are exchanging gossip and taking pictures. I'm sure I'll be reading all about this all over the social media. Actually, I should probably post something about this on our face wall. I pull out my phone like everyone else and snap a few pics and video clips. The flash mob itself doesn't last more than a few minutes. More than a few minutes. And then a dramatic end, Teo jumps off the stage and into the crowd. The people immediately part for Teo as he strolls deeper into the middle of the masses. I mean, I hope they catch him or something. Instead of just wham! The same Funplex crew members that helped earlier are following Teo with his boombox. Once Teo makes it to the center of the crowd, he motions for his friends to put it down. Once again, he brings the mic up. Well, did you like it? And once again, cheers erupt from the throng of dancers. Teo claps along with all the bystanders.
Thank you.
Thank you. Max, you were too sweet. You know, I couldn't have done this whole thing without the help of my friend Papaya. More clapping and shouting, only this time it's for me? She gave me encouragement when I needed it most. Papaya, why don't you come here for a minute? Me? I point to myself. No, the other Papaya standing behind you. Get your buns over here. I feel a couple of people lightly push me towards Teo. Hesitantly, I made my way over to him. It was weird to be surrounded by that many people, but being next to Teo made me feel comfortable about the whole situation. It's good to have backup. Everyone, give it up for Papaya. More happy people cheer for me. Now, I really want you all to listen to her. Like, really listen. It's an important announcement. Teo hands me the mic and leans in next to me, whispering in my ear. You want to help with Funplex Stadia, right? Well, you got the floor. Go ahead and tell everyone about it. Looking out at the masses, my chest felt tight and I could feel a bead of sweat run down my back. Teo smiled at me earnestly, waiting for me to speak to everyone. What is this tense-changing nonsense that's happening here? Pick a tense and stay in it! This was it, wasn't it? This is what I've been asking for, to go out and do something for myself. I couldn't back down now. I had to do this for myself. I was going to prove to myself that I'm not a duplication of my family. I can break the mold. Huh? I took a deep breath and mustered every ounce of confidence I could find hiding within. I took the mic in my hand, blinked once, and began to speak. How's everyone enjoying their Max? A good amount of wooing and cheering came from those around me. Step 1. Always get the audience on your side. What about that flash mob, though? Fantastic, right? I know you all are having such a great time, and why let it end after today? Next weekend, Francine's Arcade Funplex at the Twin Pines Mall is going to be putting on a special event, and it's going to be one hell of a time. It's called Funplex Stadia. We need your help to make it as good, if not better, than Max. Teo leans in to play the part of my co-MC.
Sure.
You had me at special event. Tell me more. The Funplex is a growing and humble arcade, but packed with the best games around and the best gamers around. It's our first big event, and we need your help to make it rock. We're having a Fist of Discomfort tournament, an exhibition event to break the world record high score of Moopy's Magical Maze, high score competitions on every game in the arcade all day long, and we'll be revealing a brand new mystery game, a rarity you won't believe. But that's not all, right, Papaya? Nope. Showtime Stage is a huge part of the Funplex, and we owe Teo our thanks to that. As you know, he's cultivated this community to what it is today, and to celebrate that, we want to offer the exclusive event to all you dancers out there. The special dancing event at Funplex Stadia will be... Drum roll, please. Teo starts slapping his hands on his thighs to imitate a drum. Ooh. Showtime Stage Tournament. We can't just have one tournament at Funplex Stadia. I know how competitive those dancers get. We can do an official side tournament and have a cash prize with all the buy-in money. Gavin probably won't mind. It's perfect. We can't let all those fighting gamers get all the fun tournaments, can we? At Funplex Stadia, we are going to have our very own Showtime Stage Tournament. With prizes! Another roar from everyone in the atrium. It's so loud that I swear the windows shook. Fantastic! Everything you said sounds just amazing. I know I'll be there. Wonderful. I hope to see all of your faces out there next weekend. I point to as many people around me as I can. There were several more shouts, and then naturally the crowd started to disperse. As Teo and I were cleaning up after the flash mob, my phone in my pocket started going off. At first it was just a couple of vibrations, but before I could realize what was happening, my phone started seizing. What the... I pulled my phone from my pocket, and when I looked at it, the Funplex's face wall had over 1,000 likes. No, really. What the hell?
Beep beep.
can I interrupt? I might have borrowed the pictures and video clips you snapped earlier and applied the proper hashtags and links to the Funplex's social media accounts.
Good work.
Since the content went live, activity on the Funplex's face wall has increased 700%. The buzz about Funplex Stadia is off the scale. Note to self, invent a new scale. I quickly scanned my own face wall, and even people I knew who weren't arcaders were talking up a storm about it. I also heard people around me discussing it. I can't wait till next weekend. That Funplex Stadia thing sounds like a blast. I am totally going to that Funplex place. What's this mystery game they mentioned? It was great to hear all the buzz around the atrium, and Iris really helped with the social media aspect. I can't believe it was that easy. Sometimes that's all it takes. That was great fun, but I'm totally exhausted. Me too. But you didn't dance. Hey, I faced my fears in front of several hundred people. If that's not exhausting, then I don't know what is. Plus, I'm hungry. You could always go over to one of the food vendors and pay $12 for overly salted French fries. Well, there goes my appetite. You know, Gavin and Naomi are running a pop-up arcade for the Funplex, along with some other local arcades in Hall B. Could always pop by there for a breather with some friends. How about I meet you there later? I need to debrief with the other leaders first. Sounds good. Be seeing you. I waved bye to Teo as I make my way toward Exhibit Hall B on the lookout for Gavin's serious face or Naomi's kind one. Yay! That seems like a good place to stop for now. We will continue the Max shenanigans next week. But for now, let's wrap it up. And yeah, that was fun. I especially liked the creepy getting trapped in the video game bit. That was cool. I'm sad we couldn't actually save Donna, but we helped. Yeah, so looking forward to more of this next week. Tomorrow will be more Reciteer, where I will continue to battle valiantly against the RNG. And Monday, we're going to start the second game in the Kyrandia trilogy, since we finished Kyrandia 1 yesterday. So, Kyrandia 2, Hand of Fate, next Monday, and then, of course, more of this next Tuesday. So, let's see who is playing something cool today. Doop-de-doo. What is that? Dax / Fractured Minds is playing Gauntlet Dark Legacy, which I definitely remember from my arcade days, back when I still played games in arcades. So I'll send you over to there, to Fractured Minds. That sounds fun. Enjoy some Gauntlet Dark Legacy, and I will see you tomorrow for Reciteer. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching, and yeah, hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Later, everyone!